So why it's important to know yourself, part two. So let's take it to relationships. Relationships should have equality, meaning what I want for myself, I should want for the other person in my relationship. That was no matter what relationship is, brother and sister, lover, spouse, whatever, parents, whatever. I don't want the other person in the relationship to, while we're sitting and eating, to flip my plate on the floor. And I'm sure they don't want me to come flip their plate on the floor. So the equality is important. So with equality is honesty. So with being a little bit vulnerable, and I'm being vulnerable to say that this is why you shouldn't follow what society dictates as what and where we should be in life, or what anyone says you should be in life, because I was in a marriage. I was in a marriage where, quote unquote, according to what society says should be done, I was doing, and some. So if we're living according to what society dictates should be done in a marriage, then I check. If there's 10 boxes, I checked 8 to 9 every day of my life for numerous years. So why didn't it work out? So according to society, then there's always an excuse or a reason. Well, maybe this, well, maybe that, well, maybe this, well, maybe that, well, maybe this, and maybe that. Within those years of me checking those boxes, I lost myself. I didn't pay attention to myself. I didn't always honor myself. I didn't respect myself. I didn't appreciate myself. And in the midst of doing everything, I never stopped to love and support myself. So at the end of the day, if I would have just been studying myself, learning myself, appreciating myself, loving myself, I would have been, I should have been, could have been, I would have been better for the whole. So to follow anything other than God and what God may lead you to do to build and better yourself, lead you to learn, lead you to seek, it's like we got to be very careful, because we're living in times where there's a thought of destruction and deceit and wrong, and it doesn't take a super student or a rocket scientist to see that, like, we're living in times where wrong is right and right is wrong. I mean, it's just blatant. It's blatant. It's right in front of our face every single day. So we have to fight to know ourselves, fight for your life, literally, figuratively, spiritually, mentally. It's like on every accord, because things are becoming more and more designed to separate us as people in general, keep us separated, keep us divided, keep us hating each other, keep us hating people we're supposed to love, keep us hating, the other side of yourself, it's like, no. If you keep God first, answers will come to you. Things will come to you on how you should feel. Things will come to you on how a relationship should feel. Again, whether it's a spouse, siblings, parents, whatever, you should know that this is what's right. This is where it's supposed to be. This is what it should be. And you can also see that, hey, this is what work needs to be done. This is what needs to be built upon. This is what needs to be taken care of. This is what needs to be protected. We gotta stop reaching outside, because God put everything inside. for us to know, for us to have, for us to cherish, for us to appreciate, for us to know that, hey, I gave you a guiding path. Sit down, listen. Whatever you do, pray, meditate, listen. Either way, you have what's needed inside. A lot of times people are scared, and you will use the fact of outside noise and distractions to keep you from bettering yourself, knowing yourself, and growing. And you put this ceiling there of excuses, and once you use one excuse, you stack another one. Then you use another excuse, you stack another one. Another excuse, you stack another one. Use another excuse, you stack another one. You see what I'm doing? You see how this wall is getting higher and higher and higher? And then you look up and years have gone by, and it's every excuse of why you haven't grown. But now, guess what? You got to knock down this wall, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be overnight. You're going to have to take it down brick by brick, swing by swing, mallet by mallet. Fight for your life, love yourself, know yourself, appreciate yourself, take care of yourself.